Eagle Nation, this is Lucas Elliott, class of 2015 here with you. I'm thrilled to be reminiscing with you all about November 1st, 2014. To set the scene, our football team enters this game with a team that knows we can beat anyone, playing a Hampden-Sydney team that doesn't see us as a threat. Our Bridgewater defense led the conference in nearly every single defensive statistical category. We're facing a Hampden-Sydney offense with multiple All-Americans. This is a game of ones-on-ones, best on best. Not to mention, Hall of Fame weekend, it's senior day, the feeling in the atmosphere is electric. From start to finish, we played the game on their side of the ball. In every phase of the game, we dominated. Sacks, picks, special teams, this game has it all. This is a senior class who has been wanting this for 4 years. We didn't just beat them. Every time we needed someone to step up, they stepped up. This day, that game, will go down as the most energized sideline and team I've ever played on. I hope you guys enjoy this Eagle Classic as much as I know I will. And as always, it's a great day to be an Eagle.
John hits it, we're underway. It's going to be taken at about the 7-yard line, back to the 15, to the 20. And then he's wrapped up as he hits the 22-yard line. I believe it was Cam Johnson on the return for Hampden-Sydney.
When I interviewed for the Bridgewater coaching job, one of the questions I had, this was a new environment for me. Actually, I was living in Lexington, Virginia. I didn't even know what Bridgewater was at the time. I remember asking people on the committee, I said, who is your rival? Who is the rival here at Bridgewater? And they all mentioned, Hampden-Sydney. That's the game that means the most to us. And later on, as I went through an old press guide, I was looking at the record, and Bridgewater's record at the time against Hampden-Sydney was 3-48. And I remember talking to the president at the time, Phil Stone, after I took this job, and I said, Dr. Stone, if this is our rival, I said, one, we need to change a bunch of things, or two, we better get a new rival, because the deck was really stacked, in Hampden-Sydney's favor. Really, it had become a game where we were able to flip that in my early years here. And really, Hampden-Sydney, that game became about streaks. We had an 8-game win streak against them, maybe going from 99 to 2006. And then, in a lot of close games, they had the angle on us. If I'm not mistaken, going into 2014, we had lost to them 7 straight times. I do remember meeting at the Bell afterwards, and we beat a ranked team. A ranked team was a rival, broke a streak that they owned, and it's kind of been back and forth since then. But if Hampden-Sydney was the rival when I got here in 1995, it's still the rival in 2020, and go on and enjoy this game. It's still a game. When you beat Hampden-Sydney, it means something to the people here at Bridgewater.
Walker goes in motion to the far side. The fake to the running back. Nance the throw. He's hit, and he's going to be dropped.
This flag is going to be on Derek Gore. He was offsides. He timed it, but he jumped just a little bit early.
Back at the 47. Let's check it. I trust my partner's judgment, but occasionally we're wrong. And I want to, no offense, I want you to be wrong here. The officials will chat about it. And it's going to be against Bridgewater.
Hey, Gore came untouched, and he almost timed it perfectly, but it looked like he had just crossed the line of scrimmage.
So move it down to the 40, and it becomes 2nd down and 5. 3 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. Pistol for Nance, running back behind him, man in motion to the far side. Nance rolls left. He's keeping, he's hitting, he's really run out of bounds hard by Sonny Romine, who acts like he's playing with a chip on his shoulder here this afternoon.
The one thing with me, you had the penalty, but Nash Nance still got hit. I mean, it's not like it was a free play, but he still paid for it. I shudder to think about my quarterback, especially like Nash Nance, out there in wide open field.
No, you can't afford to lose him. Your season's pretty much done, I would think. 3rd down and 7 after the loss of 2. Man in motion to the far side. Nance wants to throw and fires deep. He's got a man wide open, and it's caught, and it's going to be a touchdown for Hampden-Sydney. There wasn't an Eagle within 15 yards of him, and boy, Nance took another shot.
He took a big hit, but he delivered a nice pass that time.
Better snap this time. It's down, it's up. He might have missed that. And he did. He pulled it to the left side. It's no good. Wow. That's terrible.
In that game, they came in here as a ranked team. They opened with the first score, but remember there was a critical play on that score. We blitzed Derek Gore, and even though that quarterback, Vance Nash, who was a great quarterback for Hampden-Sydney, found an open receiver and unleashed the ball, he was simultaneously drilled by Derek Gore. And at that point, I really think we kind of sent a message to him that we were going to come after him. We were going to come after a very aggressive offense. It was also a game where, if I'm not mistaken, we had 4 fourth down stops, and in those stops we had some people on defense. That was a time when Jack Johnson was coordinating the defense. Kyle Gillenwater was actually here, moved over from JMU to help us. And, you know, we were the top-ranked defense in the conference at that time and in that year, going against the top-rated offense. And it's one of those times where defense won. I really do believe our people really got after them and made Hampden-Sydney earn the things that they got. And they didn't get a lot on us on that day.
Had the pass been a little less leading, he might have caught it. Nonetheless, rushing with a good job at 2nd down 10. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Set back to the left of Ross in the gun. Who wants to throw, and he looks, and he steps up, and he takes off, and he's to the 40 and fights out to the 44-yard line now. Now they say the 43.
Well, again, that time Hampden-Sydney dropped 6. It'll be interesting to watch if this package develops. Pete Monteleone, who checks in at about 6'4", 6'5", is matched up with Mitchell Owens, who's a 5'10" player. He's got about 6 or 7 inches on him. It's going to be tough to go throw it up, but you know you've got that possibility with Monteleone out there.
3rd down 6, Sydney shows blitz. Man in motion to the far side, rushing straight back and throws a screen over the middle. It's caught, and that's a first down for Bridgewater to the Hampden-Sydney 48-yard line.
That's a great job by William Hanna that time, just getting in a position where he could catch the football. Ross Rushing knew where he was going to be and got rid of the football under pressure. It's a heads-up play by the senior Hanna and the senior Rushing.
We're under 3 minutes to go.
There's a lot of confusion right now on the Bridgewater sideline.
It's 6-0 Sydney here in the first quarter. Ross brings him out. He's got an eye behind him. He's got 2 receivers to the left side, a 4-man Hampden-Sydney front here on first down. Rushing's going to give to Jacob Wright, who started right, cuts back left. That's a nice effort by Jacob Wright, and he bulls down to the Hampden-Sydney 41-yard line.
You get the feeling Jacob Wright is trying to set it up the way he did a week ago, the way he's been doing. He's a little slow get going, but he gets stronger as the game goes on. And a good, strong run that time for Wright up the middle.
2nd down and 3 coming up. Jamie Perry is split to the far side. Jeff Moore split to the near side. An eye behind Rushing here on 2nd and short. Ross fakes to Wright. Wants to throw. Looks and fires deep for Moore. And Jeff got it inside the 5-yard line to about the 3, maybe the 2.
Ross Rushing right there made one of the best throws you're going to see with the wind at his back. Good coverage by Hampden-Sydney. He put it in a perfect spot. And Jeff Moore goes and gets it. Beautiful play for the Eagles.
1st and goal for Bridgewater at the Hampden-Sydney 3-yard line. And you're right, you'll never see a better pass than that.
You won't see a better pass than that on a picture-perfect day, much less a day when the wind's at your back. 38-yard gain on the pass.
Receiver split to the left, and eye behind Rushing on 1st and goal. Now man in motion to the far side. The pitch to Jacob Wright, who sweeps right. Jacob hit at the 5, but manages to struggle forward to the 2. He got a yard, and he did it on his own.
Yeah, he definitely did that on his own. A nice job by the Tigers front to see that play coming and beating off their blocks to get to stop Jacob Wright.
2nd down and goal at the 2. Clock ticks at 1:16 to go in the first quarter. Rushing was looking over to the sideline to get a play, and he was taking a long time to get in. Play clock down to 10 here. Receiver splits to the left side. That's the near side. And off eye behind Rushing. Ross fakes, rolls right, He's going to keep, and he's going to score. Touchdown, Bridgewater. 2-yard touchdown run for Ross Rushing, and the Eagles are an extra point away from taking the lead.
It's a great job by Ross that time. Went play action, then tucked it. Was going to try and get to the pylon, but knew that was cut off by one of the defensive backs, so he cut inside and just used his size to bowl over a defender and get into the end zone.
Chandler DeHaven in to try the extra point for the Eagles. And now the officials say, hang on, kids. Let's see what's going on here. There's still some confetti coming down. Of course, that was the new batch, but nonetheless. I don't understand what that was all about.
Maybe
play stoppage.
I don't know, maybe the guy that came out could have had blood or an equipment issue. I don't know.
Anyway, we're ready to go now. Dawson to hold and DeHaven to try the point. Snap is good, the hold is good. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 46.3 seconds to go in the first quarter. Your score now, Bridgewater 7, Hampden-Sydney 6. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Nance from the gun, back to throw. Looks and wants to throw a screen, and it's incomplete. Great coverage by Bridgewater. And I mean great coverage.
They sniffed that one out quick. Nicholas Cawthon hung back and is actually the one that broke up that play. Cage Sprouse, the intended receiver, and Cawthon just got there at the same time the ball did, and it dropped harmlessly to the ground.
2 receivers right, 1 left, setback on either side of Nance here. Nance going to throw it and throws it quickly, and he's hit and dropped at the 31-yard line. No gain. It's going to be 3rd down at about 9.
The last 2 plays, Nash Nance has been backpedaling when he's thrown the football.
Receivers split to the far side, an eye behind rushing here on 2nd down 7 from their own 49. Ross going to give it to Wright again. He goes right up the middle. He crosses midfield and gets to the Hampden-Sydney 49. And we'll have a 3rd down and 5 coming up.
Good play that time by Tyler Palmer, the junior from Virginia Beach. The defensive end came up and made the initial hit on Jacob Wright. Good push by the Hampden-Sydney defensive line that time to stop Jacob.
Yeah, the Tigers are daring them to throw, plain and simple.
Yep.
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Rushing up under center. Lone setback behind him. 3-man front, but they're showing blitz, and here they come. The pass is caught, and that'll be a 1st down to the Hampden-Sydney 42-yard line.
Pass complete that time for the Eagles to Logan Sullivan. He just gave a great target to Ross Rushing. He got to the sticks, turned around, and right when he turned around, the ball was right there. Good soft hands to bring it in to move the chains.
And that's exactly the kind of pass more often than not you need to throw into this wind.
Yep.
Receivers left and right, a lone setback behind rushing on 1st down. 5-man Tiger front, man in motion toward us. He stops and Keith Jennings goes back the other way. The give's going to be to Jacob Wright. He started right, cuts back left, gets across the 40, and finds his way down to the 37-yard line.
You know, we talk about this wind, and unless you're here, confetti hasn't been thrown for about 15 minutes. And honestly, it is still flying in front of the windows all over there's a couple pieces on the field. The wind is whipping towards the press box, down the field. It's just really a circling wind right now.
A gain of 5 at 2nd down and 5 for the Eagles. Receivers left and right. Wright the lone setback again behind rushing. Jennings in motion toward us. Stops, goes back the other way. Rushing fakes to Wright, wants to throw and fires, and he's got a man, and it's caught down at the 23-yard line. 1st down Bridgewater as Kevin Barr comes up with the reception.
Great down and out route that time by Kevin Barr. He going to take a couple stutter steps in, cuts back out, and Ross Rushing delivered a beautiful throw to again move the sticks. And we've talked for a couple of years now about the great route running of some Bridgewater receivers, and that was one of the better routes you're going to see right there, executed perfectly by Barr.
Moneymaker is split to the far side. Barr is split to the near side, and eye behind rushing. The fake to Wright. Rushing wants to go toward the end zone and does. It's caught at the 3. The dive for the end zone. Touchdown, Bridgewater.
What a great play that time by Tyler Moneymaker. Perfect throw by Rushing, but Moneymaker just planted his feet at the 2-yard line and dove in on a big-time play by the Eagles.
It's 13-6. And Chandler to Haven in to try and make it 14. Dawson will hold. Good snap. It's down, it's up, and the kick is good. They set it at the 27. Nance will work from the gun. 2 receivers right, 1 left. The fake to the running back. Nance steps up, is hit as he throws, and it's still caught at the 43-yard line. What a catch down there. My goodness, terrific catch by Michael May.
He went up and kind of just, the wind held him up in the air for a minute as he brought that ball down. A tremendous play and a good throw.
Was a good throw, especially considering the pressure on Nance, who works from the gun again quickly. A fake to 2 running backs. He rolls right to throw, fires again, and he's got Walker, and then it's dropped.
I think Walker felt the hit coming.
Lucas Elliott came up to deliver that hit.
And he made a good hit. I just think Walker felt the hit coming before the ball got there, and he just dropped it.
2nd down 10 at the 43. 7:30 to go in the half. 14-6 Bridgewater.
Good coverage that time by the Eagles. Double coverage on Holton Walker.
Walker is split to the left side. That's the near side. And there's a receiver split to the right and a funky formation set up by Nance. Man in motion to the far side. The fake to a running back. Nance going to air it down the field. And it's caught at the Bridgewater 38-yard line, and he fights his way to the 35. And I'll tell you what, that's an outstanding catch because the coverage was great.
Coverage was tremendous, and it was just like he outfought Lucas Elliott for that ball. That was just an all-around good play and a good throw by Nash Nance.
Ball down to the 34. Here's the running back, and that's Mako bouncing off one man. Or was it Mako? Might have been Sprouse. Yep, it was Craig Sprouse. And he gets to the 31-yard line, a gain of 3, and a 2nd and 7 coming up.
Well, Hampden-Sydney hoping that those couple of throws would soften up that defensive line to open up something for Sprouse, but a good job by the Bridgewater front 4.
2 receivers left, including Walker. A receiver to the right, a wing right. Nance will work from a gun with a setback to his right when they run a play. And now a second setback will move to his left. And the fake to the backs. Here comes pressure. Nance throws, and it's tipped and incomplete. There was nothing close to interference.
They're waving it off.
And they are going to wave the flag off. Good call.
That is a very good call, and a good job by all the officials working together down there in the field to get the call right.
You know how happy I am to be able to say something good about the officials?
And I don't have an issue with the one on the backside throwing the flag because he's blocked a little bit from the play. But a good job by 3 of the other officials coming in and getting the call right.
3rd down and 7 at the Eagles' 31-yard line. 3 receivers to the left side. A setback to the right of Nash Nance, who works from a gun against a 4-man Eagle front. That man in motion now to the far side. Nance to throw. Looks. He's chased and hit and dropped back at the 40.
Great play that time. I believe it was Kenneth Szabo got in and made the stop on Nash Nance. He brought him down by the ankles. And a big play for the Bridgewater defense.
Nance comes up limping a little bit as well. So it's going to be 4th down and 16.
Nash Nance has been under pretty constant pressure all day. Jack Johnson is dialing up blitzes from different places.
And Nance kicks this one away from his quarterback slot. It rolls inside the 5, and it's going to be touched and down to the 1. That's a terrific job, not only by Nance, but by Holton Walker, who hustled down there to knock that down.
An all-around good play.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost a 6-man Tiger front. And the fake to right, Rushing's going to throw and fires, and he's got a man, and it's caught by Moneymaker up at the 12-yard line. Wow.
It's a gutsy play call from J.D. Shaw.
Boy.
The last 3 pass attempts, it's been the exact same route run. It's just been run on opposite sides of the field, and it's worked every single time. Bridgewater, they've got something going with that down-and-out pattern.
3rd down and 12. 3 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. Rushing from the gun. A setback to his left. Ross straight back, and he takes off. He's to the 20, and there's a flag. He gets out to the 23 or 24-yard line. It's going to be holding, I would think, against Bridgewater, and I've got to believe that Hampden-Sydney would decline it on top of it. 1st and 10 for the Tigers at their own 40-yard line. 3:29 to go in the half. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, a setback to the right of Nance, who rolls right to throw, and he's got a month, and he fires, and it's tipped away.
Bridgewater's been bringing blitzes all day. That time they rushed just 4, and they dropped the other 7 in coverage. Nance, who suddenly for the first time this quarter wasn't under pressure, but had double coverage on the far sideline, tried to float the ball in there. A good play, though, by Sonny Romine on the far side to at least interfere with the vision of the receiver, and the ball fell harmlessly to the ground.
2nd down 10 for the Tigers. You send a receiver to the left, but not far. 2 more to the right. Setback to the left of Nance. Walker goes in motion to the far side, and Nance gets him the ball very quickly, and he's to the 40, to the 45, and steps his way up to the 49-yard line. That's a nice job by Holton Walker, and pretty good blocking on the far side as well.
There was good blocking, but a good job also. I believe it was Sonny Romine out there who pushed the blocker back into Walker and made Walker take a step back.
They set it at the 47, so it's 3rd and 3. Nance going to throw again. Same play, and it's incomplete. It's going to be 4th and 3.
Derek Gore sniffed that one out pretty quickly. He got in there, and he disrupted that play. A really nice job by the senior from Petersburg, Virginia, coming up with the big defensive play to get the stop for the Eagles.
It's 4th and 3. Surely they won't go for this. And they are going to go for it, and he's going to be hit and buried. Holton Walker hit and buried back at the 40-yard line.
The Eagles simply brought more guys than the blockers that were there for Hampden-Sydney. And a huge play made in the backfield that time for the Eagles by Sonny Romine and Nicholas Anthony. They come up with the stop and another turnover on downs by the Tigers.
Jacob Wright's going to run the Wildcat here, is it? Nope. Rushing wants to throw and fires, and it's caught down at the 36-yard line. Kevin Barr with the reception, a gain of 4 and a 2nd and 6 coming up.
Well, that throw, it nets about 4 yards, but it also may make the defense creep up a little bit to respect it. You can go over the top.
Rushing again from the gun. Straight back looks, steps up, rolls right. Still has it, wants to run and does, runs out of bounds. At about the line of scrimmage. He may have lost a yard. In fact, he did. He lost a yard to the 37.
Well, there were 5 Tigers back deep. It was going to make it tough. They had good coverage. But what you like from Ross rushing there is getting out of bounds and stopping the clock to preserve a little bit of time.
Actually, a loss of 2. So it's 3rd and 8 coming up. Will be under 2 minutes when the next play is run. Bridgewater leads 14-6.
Eagles with 2 timeouts remaining. The Eagles will also get the football to start the second half.
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, rushing from the gun. 3-man Tiger front. Man in motion toward us, rushing to throw. He's got plenty of time. Now he steps up, and now he's going to take off. Ross is to the 30. He's got a first down and out of bounds at the 29.
That was an absolutely tremendous play by rushing. A huge hole opened up. He stepped up. It was like he wanted to throw, but then heard the coaches in the coaches box next to us yelling that there was a ton of running room, and he ran to the sticks again. He gets out of bounds, but he picks up the first down for the Eagles.
Yeah, they didn't leave a whole lot of doubt about that, did they, Victor? 1st and 10 for the Eagles at the 30-yard line of Hampden-Sydney. 1:37 to go in the half. Moneymaker heads out to the far side. A receiver split to the near side. That's Barr. Rushing from the gun, a setback to his right. Ross looks it over. Here comes the Tigers blitzing. Over the middle, it's incomplete. I think he caught Barr off guard.
Well, the ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage, and I think it affected it enough that Barr couldn't get a hand on it.
2nd down and 10. If you're thinking field goal right now, if the Eagles don't gain another yard, it'd be a 47-yard attempt into a stiff wind, which has gotten a little less stiff in the last 30 seconds. It's still a pretty good wind. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. Set back to the right of Ross rushing from the gun on 2nd and 10. Ross straight back. Here comes the blitz again. Ross fires, and he's got a man. It's dropped. Jeff Moore dropped it at the 28. Hit him right in the numbers. And Jeff had visions of running.
Yeah, he did. There was pretty decent coverage behind him. I'm not sure how much he could have gotten. Sidney Henry was right there, but if you ask Jeff, he's certainly going to say he should have caught that ball.
He better. Because the pass was right there.
I think right here, you've got to get yourself, you don't need to get all 10 back right here. You need to put yourself in a 4th and manageable.
2 receivers right, 1 left. Rushing a setback to his right as he works from the gun, and that setback gets the ball, and that's Jacob Wright. And he gets down to the 28-yard line. And it'll be 4th and 8. Well, it's 4th down. They're lined up to go for it. 2 receivers to the right side. It's Moore and Perry. A receiver split to the left. Rushing works from the gun with a setback to his right. Ross straight back. Here comes pressure. He fires, and it's going to be intercepted. Down at the 12-yard line. And Nance takes a knee, and that will be the final play of the first half. And the Eagles getting a big hand as they start off the field here at halftime this afternoon. Bridgewater on top 14-6, and for the second week in a row, Micah, the defense has been spectacular. Certainly ready to go, and the second half is underway right now. And that's a huge kick all the way back to the 2-yard line, back to the 10, to the 15, the 20, the 25, 30, 35, 40. 45, 50, Jordan Hartman, 40. Jordan Hartman's taken off. He's going 98 yards. Touchdown, Bridgewater.
And Bridgewater didn't need the offense on the field to come out huge here in the second half. Jordan Hartman takes it 98 yards, and the Eagles are on the verge of taking a 2-score lead on Hampden-Sydney.
It's 20-6, Bridgewater, and Chandler DeHaven in to try the extra point. Well, that's a pretty good way to start a half.
Well, he got a great block at about midfield. That was able to spring him. He had to beat the kicker, and he was able to do that basically untouched into the end zone.
Dawson will hold. Good snap, good hold.
In a lot of games, too, kicking game makes a difference. We got an All-American returner in Jordan Hartman, and he set the tempo, particularly I remember returning the opening kickoff of the second half, and Jordan was a difference maker in his own right.
Man eagle front, man in motion to the near side. Here's pressure. He fires. It's caught. First down midfield. And more down to the Bridgewater 40-yard line. Give Nance credit.
Nance hung in there. Kyle Divert, a nice crossing pattern. A good job by Nance delivering it. Zabo again got some pressure. He grabbed the back of Nance's jersey, but Nance used that entire 6'4" frame to hang in there and deliver a nice pass to Divert for the first down.
I can say he's a big, strong kid. So it's 1st and 10 for the Tigers at the Bridgewater 41-yard line. 2 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. Lone setback behind Nance up under center. Fake to that setback, Nance to throw. Looks, steps up, fires deep. It is going to be incomplete. It was intended down there for Craig Sprouse, and he missed him. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Sprouse got a step. He got behind the defense, and Nash Nance just missed him.
And you got to figure that not only is Nance thinking this, but Marty Favorette as well. We've got the win now. We better take advantage of it.
Absolutely. And that was one thing I didn't get to mention with the kickoff was that Bridgewater was actually going into the wind in the third quarter. They will have the wind at their back in the fourth quarter.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Here comes a man in motion toward us. The fake to him. Nance keeps the ball and gets across the 40 to the 37-yard line. He got 4 and a 3rd down at 6 coming up.
And he was running that time behind Daniel Fogelman, a 6'3" sophomore from Mechanicsville. But again, I just think when you have a quarterback like Nash Nance, you don't want to put him in a position where he can get a shoulder popped or anything like that.
3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Nance by himself back there. 4-man eagle front. Nance to throw. He fires, and it's going to be intercepted by Lucas Elliott. It was intended for Holton Walker, and Lucas Elliott picked it off. Great coverage and a great job again by the Eagles defense.
Double coverage that time for the Eagles. Lucas Elliott was in front. He had help from Sonny Romine over the top, and the ball was just underthrown by Nash Nance. Elliott goes up and makes the grab, and a big stop and turnover by the Eagles defense.
First and 10 for Bridgewater at their own 22-yard line. Ross Rushing remains the quarterback. He sends two receivers out to the far side on the left. There's a wing left and Jacob Wright, the lone setback behind Rushing. Here comes a man in motion toward us. The pitch is going to be to Wright off the left side. He got a bit of a block and got out to the 25. So he got about 3, and it's going to be 2nd down and 7 coming up if they give him the 25.
Daniel Evans that time was pulling to set the block, but a nice reaction by the Tigers' front four, John Moore and Larry Haskins, to come up and make the stop.
Unfortunately, they only give him the 24, so a 2nd down and 8 coming up for the Eagles. Receivers left and right, and I this time behind Rushing up under center. 4-man Tiger front here. On 2nd down long, they show blitz. And here they come, and Rushing wants to throw, and he fires, and it's going to be incomplete. Yep. And a flag's coming out.
Yep. Good play call. That's a good call by the official.
Martin Owens is going to be called for pass interference on Tyler Moneymaker, and it was, no question.
Absolutely. He had his left arm draped over Moneymaker. I was watching before that play. Look at the defense down here. Willie Lamb talking to them, and they are just intent. They are intently focused on every word that he is saying to them. They are into this game more than maybe I've seen them into a game all year. They've been tremendous.
So the Eagles get the ball at their own 34-yard line, and they'll have a 1st and 10 from that point. 12:02 to go in the third quarter. Bridgewater leads 21-6. An electric 98-yard kickoff return by Jordan Hartman to start the second half. Two receivers to the left side, one to the right. Gun for Rushing with Jacob Wright to his right. Ross to throw. He's being chased, rolls right, looks, and throws it out of bounds. That's a good heads-up play by Rushing.
I think there was some miscommunication right there, and Rushing was left hanging out there. Nick Martin came from his linebacker spot and had a free rush right at Ross, and a good job avoiding that and then just getting rid of the football.
Pete Monteleone has checked into the ball game for Bridgewater. He splits out to the right side. Moneymaker is split to the left. Kindley is a wing right, and Jacob Wright the lone setback behind Rushing. Kindley in motion to the far side. Rushing going to throw quickly, and it's caught by Monteleone, but he got a yard. That's all. Real nice defensive work down there by Hampden-Sydney and Martin Owens.
Yeah, Owens did a good job. Sidney Henry on the coverage on Monteleone that time. They were trying to get the ball quick to Monteleone and let him use his size against Sidney Henry. He's got him by probably 40 pounds and 6 inches.
Third down and 9. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Rushing from the gun by himself back there against the 3-man Tiger front. Ross to throw, fires, it is caught, but he's going to be shy of a 1st down. At the 42-yard line, he'll be shy by 2 yards.
Sullivan with the reception that time. Good job. Good hands for the big tight end. He's got soft hands. He brings it in nicely and absorbed the hit.
Good throw by Rushing as well. So Tyler Dawson in to kick. John Moore back deep for Hampden-Sydney. He will stand at his own 28-yard line. Sydney does not act like they're coming after this, but that doesn't mean they won't. Good snap. Dawson forward, and he hits it. Fair catch called for by Moore, and he takes it. Nash gives it to a back again. He's got room this time, 35-40, 45-50, and down to the Bridgewater 43-yard line, maybe the 42. And a 1st down for Hampden-Sydney. And now they're saying, you're going to respect the run, kids.
Absolutely. And again, this is trying to get the defense to creep up a little bit, to open up things for Nash Nance behind the linebackers and even over top of the safeties. Holden Walker still looks like that ankle's bobbing.
Yeah, it really does. 3 receivers out to the left side, 1 to the right. Macco is in the backfield with Nance. Man in motion to the far side. Nance is going to keep it off the right side, and Nash is going to get across the 40. And late flags fly.
I think it's going to be on Bridgewater. I think they're going to say Nance was out of bounds when he got hit. I didn't think the initial hit that knocked him down, I didn't think he was out of bounds, but there may have been a hit after that.
Yep.
But the first flag came flying in. That's the one that.
Yep, late hit out of bounds against Bridgewater, and that's going to move it way down the field from the 36 all the way down to the 21-yard line or thereabouts. They're going to set at the 23, so could have been worse. 1st and 10 for Hampden-Sydney at the Eagles' 23. Nance, draw play, Mako. He started up the middle, goes left, and then is tripped up as he gets across the 20 by Derek Gore to about the 18-yard line.
If Mako could have gotten a block on Gore, he may have scored, but one of the players out there, Fuller Clark, missed the block on Gore.
2nd down and about 5. 2 receivers to the left side, 2 to the right. Nance will work from the gun with a setback to his left, and now a 3rd receiver goes to the right side. So Holton Walker all alone on the left side. Here comes a man in motion toward us. Nance is going to keep and sweep, and he's going to be hit and dropped for a loss at the 19.
Kenneth Szabo made the initial contact for Bridgewater that time. He sniffed the play out, came off a block, and was able to wrap up Nash Nance.
So a 3rd down and 6 coming up here. Huge play for the Eagles defense, because you know Sydney will go for it on 4th if they don't make it. Receivers left and right, off eye behind Nance. Nance fakes, wants to throw, rolls, pressured. He got away from one man and takes off, and he will have a Hampden-Sydney 1st down inside the 10 and maybe inside the 5. That's just a great play by Nance. There's no other way to put it.
He was able to get away, stiff-arm Logan Whitaker just enough to get past him. Whitaker then got blocked by Mako, and that was able to spring Nash Nance for a big gain inside the 10 to about the 6.
1st and goal for the Tigers at the Eagles' 6 with 8:01 to go in the 3rd quarter. 3 receivers left side, 1 right. The give to Mako, and he's tripped up at the 4. Gain of 2, 2nd and goal coming up.
Good play that time for the Eagles. Tackle was made by Don Mills Jr. As Mako came through the line. Good job by Mills just making the hit and wrapping him up and taking him down.
3 receivers left side. Nash Nance up under center. They give to Mako again, and Mako is stacked up at the 3.
The Eagles' defensive line that time got a great push right off the snap against the offensive line of Hampden-Sydney. They were able to stop Mako barely after he got past the line of scrimmage. He barely got past the line, I should have said.
It's 3rd down and goal at the 3. Nash Nance fakes to Mako, wants to throw, fires end zone. He threw it out of the back of the end zone, and it's 4th down. And I mean, that was a close.
The one thing I see, Joey Kernan is upset because he ran a good route, a quick out route, and was wide open, but Nash Nance missed him and was looking in the back of the end zone for his other receiver, and he just threw it out of bounds.
And Twerpus is in to try a field goal for Hampden-Sydney. It'll be a 17-yard attempt, more or less. It's an extra point. Good snap. It's down. It's up. Boy, he didn't get all of that, but he got enough to get it through. 2 receivers to the right, a wing right. Lone setback behind rushing on 1st down. That lone setback, Jacob Wright, he has the football, and he got a yard at the most. They're going to move it to the 42 and a 2nd and 9 coming up.
He was hit pretty quickly by Scott Markland, a senior from Stevens City, Virginia. And he is huge right there at nose guard, 6'4", 265. And Jacob Wright, he just bear hugged him and took him down when he came through the line.
2 receivers to the right side. Rushing will work from a gun. Jacob Wright will be to his right. Rushing straight back, looks, steps up, looks again, and cranks toward the sideline. And either he threw that away or there was miscommunication. I'm not sure which.
I think he was intended for Monteleone, who had single coverage on Martin Owens that time. But Ross, who was under some pressure, I think just short-armed the throw as he stepped up in the pocket. And I think maybe he was expecting Monteleone to come back to him.
3rd down and 9. I can't believe it. The official actually set the ball down at the 43 before somebody yelled at him and said, no, the 42. I can't believe it. 3 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. Rushing from a gun. Ross rolls right to throw. Here comes pressure. He fires, got a man open. It's caught. He eludes one man 35, eludes a second man, and he'll be very close to a Bridgewater first down around the 33-yard line. In fact, based on where I'm seeing the spot, he's got a first down.
That was a great job by Keith Jennings with the reception. He was able to fight off a tackle and get close to a first down. I think they're going to measure, but Rushing, who was under pressure again, just floated the ball out to Jennings.
Boy, Ross has done a dynamite job today under pressure.
He's done a great job. His numbers today so far, 13 of 22, 149 yards.
Here come the chains across the field with 2:59 to go in the quarter. Either way, Bridgewater's going to go for this, I would think, if it's 4th down. They stretch it out and stretch it out, and it's a first down for the Eagles.
Mike Clark was going to get a really good look at where that was. And now they're saying 4th down.
Oh, wait a minute. What the heck? I'm totally confused.
Yeah, the official looked right at it, pointed first down, and now he's saying 4th down.
All right. I mean, if it's 4th down, okay, I'm okay with that. But why signal first down?
The first down? Yeah, I agree with you. And you're standing right there. It's not like I don't understand that.
I've been doing this a long time, and I'm not sure I've ever seen anything like I've seen the last 6 weeks. Receiver split to the left side, an eye behind Rushing, man in motion toward us near side. Jennings, he goes back to the far side. Ross keeps, and Rushing has a first down. At the 32-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Eagles.
That was a good job by Ross. He did not go between the left guard and the center. Instead, he went between the left tackle and the left guard. The defensive line for Hampden-Sydney was collapsing towards the center. Well, Ross knew that's where it was going to come, so he went to the hole created between the tackle and guard to get the first down.
1st and 10 for the Eagles at the Tigers' 32-yard line. 2:34 to go, 3rd quarter. Bridgewater leads 21-9, and they would love to add to it on this drive. 2 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. Pistol for Rushing. Jacob right behind him. Fake to right, and the pass over the middle to Jennings. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Bridgewater. 32-yard touchdown pass from Ross Rushing to Keith Jennings, and the Eagles lead 27-9.
That was a quick slant that time to Keith Jennings, and then he cut up field and was untouched into the end zone.
3 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. Nance, Pistol, set back behind him. Now Nash looks over to the sideline to get a play, or act like he was getting a play anyway. Nance fakes a draw play, wants to throw, fires over the middle, and it's caught. Boy, what a pass, because the coverage was outstanding.
You could have asked for better coverage, but a big-time pass that time by Nash. Nance caught by, Austin Perryman with the grab.
First down at the Bridgewater 34. Nance, draw play this time to Macco off the right side, and he gets to the 31-yard line, and that's all. They're not even going to give him that, it looks like. Maybe the 32.
And again, Bridgewater back on their heels a little bit after the passing, but a good job reacting to that draw play and stopping Macco after a gain of 2.
Gain of 2, 2nd down 8. 2 receivers each side, Nance gun. Nance to throw. He's going to fire deep. Coverage is good, and it is tipped away and almost intercepted.
I believe that was Daniel Brent on the far side. With that coverage, he got single coverage, and he did a great job as he tipped it away for the Eagles. One-on-one coverage on the far side.
So a 3rd down and 8 coming up. Freshman defensive back Jason Monroe just checked into the ball game for Bridgewater. Big play for both teams again here. Holton Walker, one of the guys to the left side. There's another receiver there as well, and two receivers to the right. Nance straight back, looks, fires over the middle, and it is incomplete.
Nance got his arm hit that time by Logan Whitaker just as that ball was let go.
There's a flag down at the 34-yard line, and it may be holding coming up against Hampden-Sydney. The way Nance is moving, he doesn't look very happy. It is a hold. Bridgewater will decline it. It's 4th down and 8 to go at the Eagles' 32-yard line.
Logan Whitaker that time, just as Nash Nance stepped up to make the pass, he hit him. And that's why that pass was so far off the mark by Nance.
Sydney taking all kinds of time trying to get this play set up. 4th and 8, two receivers each side. Nance from a gun, a setback to his left. Nance to throw, looks, here comes pressure. He's hit, he got away from one man, takes off. He's hit again and dropped, he didn't make it. He's down to the 25-yard line, and that'll be a yard shy of a first down.
I'm interested to see what the officials do, because this shouldn't even be close. They're going to measure. Oh, my gracious, what a spot that he got. He got an extra yard.
My goodness. I still don't think he got it.
I don't know.
And if he did, we may need a delay real quick. They're going to measure on the far side. Wow. That's all I can say.
I think where the sticks are, I think he got it from where the spot is. I don't think he got it in general, but
holy cow.
This is going to be interesting. They're going to stretch it out. He didn't get it. He didn't get it. He was about 6 inches short.
More in motion to the far side, rushing straight back, steps up, fires, and it is incomplete and darn near intercepted. And another heads-up play over there by Martin Owens.
Sidney Henry jumped that route and nearly picked it off. A good job by the cornerback for Hampden-Sydney. And the Bridgewater defense going to have to continue to work their tail off here in the fourth quarter.
Tyler Dawson into punt. John Moore stands back at his 36-yard line. Sydney looks like they may come after this, and they really don't. And Dawson hits it, and he hit it a ton. Fair catch called for by Moore all the way back to the 26. And they may set it down at the 27. Good job by Dawson.
Great kick that time by Tyler Dawson. They scored a touchdown on their second possession. Punt, turnover on downs, punt, turnover on downs, into the half, interception, field goal.
Nance to throw on first down, and he's firing deep, and it's going to be caught.
Walker dropped it.
And he did. Good job by Lucas Elliott to shake it loose.
Elliott just did a good job out there when the ball was about to be brought down. He just kept Walker tied up enough for that ball to come out.
They've done a good job on Walker for the most part here this afternoon.
I think Lucas Elliott's played a tremendous game.
He really has. 2nd down 10 for the Tigers at their own 27-yard line. Three receivers to the left side, one to the right. Nance will work from a gun. Macco is behind him, so it's the pistol. And the fake to Macco. Nance to throw. Rolls left. He's got a man. Macco's out there, but Nance decides to keep it instead. And he runs out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. Boy, if he'd have gotten that ball to Macco, he would have run another 10 yards at least.
Yep. Nance trying to buy a little bit of time with his legs, but I don't know if he didn't see Macco or just didn't think he could get him the ball. Picks up 6.
They set it down at the 34, so a 3rd down and 3 coming up. Trips to the left side, receiver to the right. Nance gun a setback to his left, man in motion toward us. Nance rolls left to throw, looks and fires, and it is incomplete. And it's 4th down.
That time he just led his receiver, Joey Kernan, a little bit too much, and Kernan unable to keep his feet in bounds. And Marty Favret has shown the propensity to go for it on 4th down at any place on the field. It'll be interesting to see if he decides to do it again here, or if he lets Nash Nance do that quick kick.
He's done that over his career, gone for it from any place on the field. 4th and 3. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Nance gun set back to his left, man in motion toward us. Nance rolls left to throw. Here comes pressure. He now comes to the right side. Nance fakes a man, and he's stacked up. I don't think he got there. I don't know.
The line judge gave him an unbelievable spot.
Holy cow.
Wow.
If he gets that spot, and he did, it's a 1st down.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
The crowd below us lets the officials know what they thought of it. And if I was down there, I'd join them. 2 receivers each side. Nance pistol with the setback behind him, and Brady Macko gets the football, and Brady Macko gets to the 40 and no more. He got 2 2nd and 8 coming up.
Good play that time for Bridgewater by Nick Anthony, who came up and made the stop on Macko after the short gain.
2nd down and 8 coming up. 13:29 to go. Bridgewater leads 27-9. 2 receivers to the right side, 2 to the left. Setback to the right of Nance. Man in motion to the far side, and that man gets the swing pass. That's Kernan, and he dropped it.
Nash Nance just led him a little bit too much. I think Kernan was expecting the pass into his hands, and Nash was trying to give him room to run.
Nance looks a little frustrated, doesn't he?
He does. He absolutely does.
That doesn't make him any less dangerous. It just surprises me a little bit. 3 receivers to the left side on 3rd down and 8. A receiver to the right. A setback to the right of Nance from the gun. He wants to throw, and he fires quickly, and it's caught out there and knocked down at the 46 or 47-yard line. It's going to be shy of a 1st down by at least 1.5 yards.
Good tackle that time for Bridgewater College by Derek Gore. He didn't allow the receiver Clark to fall forward.
4th down, Nance keeps.
I don't think he got it.
there. I don't think he got. In fact, I don't think he came anywhere close to getting there.
Look where
If he gets that spot, the stands may riot.
Oh my gracious!
If he gets,
gracious!
Holy cow!
That's 2 just awful spots. But if you're an Eagles fan, if you're across the way, you like the spots. But wow!
My goodness! 1st and 10 for the Tigers at their own 48. If I sound disgusted, it's only because I am. Nance to throw. Here comes pressure. He's hit, and down he goes. Back at the Hampden-Sydney 42-yard line.
Nicholas Cawthon that time, the junior from Williamsburg, was able to grab Nance. He tried to fight his way out of it, but Cawthon was able to re-wrap him and bring him down. And the wind has really kicked up again.
Yeah, it has.
Blowing into the face of the Hampden-Sydney offense.
Receivers, 2 left, 1 right. Lone setback behind Nance. That lone setback gets the football again, and this time he's buried as he hits the 33.
I believe that was Lucas Elliott that came up with a stop for Bridgewater from the cornerback position.
3 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. Nance gun set back to his right. Nance wants to throw. Here comes pressure. Little shovel pass is caught. 40, 45. Somebody better tackle him, and they do at midfield.
Big pickup that time by Craig Sprouse, and a good play as the pocket was collapsing around Nance just to make that little shovel pass.
So it's 4th down and 8. 4th and 8 at midfield. 10:54 to go. Bridgewater leads 27-9. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Set back to the left of Nance. 3-man Eagle front, now 4. Nance either just changed the play or got a different play from the sideline. Man in motion to the far side is Kernan. Nance to throw, looks, fires, and it is caught by Walker, and a flag comes flying in.
This could be offensive pass interference.
That's what I was thinking as well. Man in motion toward us. That's Kernan. The give is going to be to Sprouse off the right side. He gets across the 35 to the 34, maybe the 33. A gain of about 5, and a 2nd and 5 coming up, and we'll be under 10 minutes when the next play is run.
Craig Sprouse is really a different change of pace back. Mako is really a bruiser between the tackles type of back. Sprouse is that quick, elusive back that can bounce it anywhere on the field.
Nash gun, 2 receivers each side. Nash to throw. Looks, steps up, fires deep. The coverage is good, and it's incomplete. It was intended for Walker, but who else was out there?
Well, Lucas Elliott on the defensive coverage that time, and Walker got a little bit turned around. I don't know if the wind held the ball up because it looked like Walker was expecting it over his right shoulder. Instead, it was thrown over his left shoulder. And the way we've seen the wind mess with some extra points, it could have been the wind right there.
Nash on 3rd down 5. That little shovel pass again is not going to work. He's hit at the 34. I'm not saying a word. Hush, Bill.
Alex Collins sniffed it out and made the stop.
Right, one to the left. Kernan in motion to the far side. Nance wants to throw, looks, steps up, and fires over the middle. It's intercepted. It's picked off, and there's a flag down. 20-25 to the 30. 35-40 and out of bounds at the 42-yard line. But now let's check the flag because that concerns me where the flag is at. They may call interference.
Interception by Alex Collins. But, yeah, I agree with you. Although there was no white shirt near the play.
Boy, the crowd may go ballistic, and it is interference against Bridgewater. Wow. Wow. I'm going to have to be very, very careful with Mike Clark in the postgame.
The size says it all.
Yeah, pretty much. So it's 1st down for Hampden-Sydney, wherever they decide to put the football, which is going to be at, looks like the 18-yard line. Crowd below us, as you can hear, doesn't like it. Receivers left and right. Nash, Nance up under center. There's a really off eye behind him. Nance fakes to the running back, rolls right to throw, fires. It's intercepted again, picked off. And they're not going to call anything on that, and the Eagles have the football.
Sonny Romine that time jumped the route. It was Sammy Coleman that jumped the route. And a big-time play and another big-time stop by the Eagles defense.
Receivers to the left side, 5-man Tiger front, man in motion to the far side. That's Moneymaker. Rushing and a give to Jacob Wright. Right across the 35, and Jacob fights out to the 39.
Good carry that time by Jacob Wright.
Gain of 7, 2nd down and 3 coming up.
You know, one of these days I'll learn to read my own writing.
Why? I can't read mine. Clock ticks at 8:08 to go. 2 receivers to the right side. An off eye behind right. 4-man Tiger front. Rushing up under center. Ross looks it over. Taking all the time he can. And the give's going to be to Wright off the left side. Big hole, 45-50. There goes Jacob to the 40. Jacob to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown, Bridgewater. Jacob Wright just rattled for about 63 yards.
If you look at the history of that year, in 2014, we had a pretty good team. We ended up being tied for first in the conference. Really was a playoff caliber team that didn't make it to the playoffs, but in that year, a lot of fourth quarters were iced by Jacob Wright making big runs when he was stronger and the defense was tired. And that happened on that game. You know, even though it's a big rivalry game and you try to determine who wins and who loses, and some things in football 101 do not change. turnovers. We won the turnover battle. We won the battle of explosion plays, and Hampden-Sydney was known for that offensively, and we were able to keep that under control. And then certainly we won the kicking game with some of the efforts of Jordan Hardman and the good people we put around him. It was just a good day to be an Eagle.
And a knee taken by Matt Pisarcik with 1:26 to go, and the clock will run. And the Bridgewater College Eagles are that close to knocking off the top team in the ODAC here this afternoon.